Well, hello to everyone. I am back at it, and feels good to be out here. Paula just dropped me off. I've been on trail a little over a mile, nothing much, but just came to this little bridge here and nice little creek. And so just thought I'd say what's going on, but I'm back on trail. It is Saturday, August 19th, and I'm hoping to make about 12 miles today. I'm mixed with emotions today because I was excited, I was sad, I was nervous, a little scared, all those things. But anyway, that's all part of it, and I am glad to have you along on these trips. If you enjoy this, I hope I give you something. You know, so many times I spent, behind my desk or at home where I could not and didn't have the time to get out, so I kind of enjoyed living vicariously through others. So hopefully I can give you that. All right, made it through the first big climb of the day, and I knew this was going to be different. When I was out here last time, think about it, it was winter transitioning into spring. Well, now I'm at the end of summer, transitioning into the fall. But right now, it's definitely still summer. And so there's a few things I knew was going to be different. Obviously, the temperature, the bugs, but mainly the bugs because of all the plants and the growth and the green. I don't know if you can see behind me. Look at all that, man. I'm not saying I'm bushwhacking, but it's literally you're going through stuff and, gets in your mind a little bit like, is there a bear right here or is there a snake or whatever? So trying not to freak myself out and don't want to freak you out, but I mean, it's just something you got to be aware of, I guess. But so far so good. In the shade, it's not too bad, and it's not crazy hot right now. It's supposed to be hot in the next couple days, but we'll worry about that then. That's an example. You see the blaze, and you can see the trail just going through all that. One of the things I did to prepare for the buggy time, is there's a product called permethrin. And from what I understand, it came from the military. Was a lot of times that's what usually happens. And you can spray it on your clothes, and it's supposed to last like 6 weeks, and or 6 washes. And so I sprayed it on there, and it's supposed to really help with ticks and red bugs and all that kind of stuff. Because I was not looking to do that. They say the tick is actually the most dangerous thing out here. And so trying to do everything I can to prevent having those kind of issues. But so permethrin, that's what I had used for that. All right, this has been a tough day. I'm not going to lie to you. Not only just the first day out, but rocky, this vegetation. Check this out, man. It's like daggum Jurassic Park. Look at this stuff. These huge ferns. I mean, and they're tall, but it's all back there. All right, it's the morning of day 2, and this has been a very different hike so far. Let me tell you what's going on. So, obviously, the vegetation is growing out. Oh, by the way, check out my Smoke South hat. If you're from the Middle Georgia area and you don't know about Smoke South, you're missing out. Matthew and Jess do an awesome job. So check that stuff out if you don't know about it and you like barbecue, good barbecue. So it's hot, it's a little buggy, and it's overgrown. This has been, and I know it's the first day out, so I don't want to be critical of that, but I mean, it's been one of the most boring days I've had, looking back on all the days. But the biggest thing is that there's nobody out here. I mean, I saw a couple day hikers, that's it. And, nobody was at the shelter. And then it makes it tough because there's no cell service either. Matter of fact, I mean, I have not talked to my family since yesterday. And so hopefully they're not worried about me. But they know that there's going to be days like this. But all right, this is worth sharing. Let's see, it's about 9 o'clock. I've gone a little over 2 miles this morning. But there's no water. And I said it's hot. And so if you've seen some of the old videos, you've seen trail magic. That to me is trail magic this morning. Some It's about a half a gallon of water. I'm still going to filter it just to be sure, but I'm sure thankful for that. That was just really a blessing. All right, things are looking up. I talked to Paula. She's doing well. She got home safely, and so good to talk to her. But check this out. This is what the views are like now, and it is very different, because in the wintertime you could walk and you could just walk on the ridge and see a view, but now it's just, now granted this is not wide open, but you get the idea. With all these leaves you really can't see too much. But check this out over here. I wanted to show you a couple things that I have added to my kit. So this is a new rain setup. It's a new rain jacket. The jacket I had was is what you call wet out, and I needed to reapply, but this is a much lighter. This is the same company that makes my tent, so that's Z-Packs. And then some people are going to say, Peavy, what are you doing? And then this, instead of pants, is actually a rain kilt. You know, I went to Scotland a couple months ago. Maybe I was inspired, but anyway, it's all about practicality. It's not about style or whatever, but it covers, you know, your bottom down to, you know, past your knees and whatnot, and it's just so easy to put on and take off. So I hadn't tried it on the trail. I have walked around in the yard looking like a fool, but anyway, I have a lighter buff, which I like. This is something that's different. This is a little, it's essentially a fanny pack, but it hooks on the front part of your pouch of the waist belt. And so I can put my snacks during the day. I don't have to take the pack off and everything. It's been really nice so far. These are some sandals. They're super thin. And last night was my first time used them on trail, but I've enjoyed them. I mean, let my feet air out. And I started last hike with some slides, but they were too thick. And then some new technology. So this is my wallet. And if you know what this is, and if any of you watched that video where I lost my wallet, this is an air tag. So I put it in my wallet, and hopefully it will, you know, let me know where my wallet is if I happen to lose it or whatnot. So, all right, so we are coming out of the woods, and right here is the next 2 miles just through these pastures. Of course, that sun's bright. So that's why I want to show you my next little goodie. Check that out. I bought this little 25-cent clip that can hold this umbrella right here and give me some shade while I'm walking. But I will tell you, I'm lugging about, I don't know, probably 2 extra liters of water, because there's just not water out here. And I've decided I'm going to spread out another night before I get to the hostel, because I'm whooped. I just think I bit off too much just coming straight out here. So sorry to bring a kind of downer, but just let you know what's going on. I'm just trying to adjust. Check this out. I think it's a praying mantis on here. That big old praying mantis. Those are some bad dudes right here in the insect world. Summertime in Virginia. So I made it to camp. I actually made it here about 3:30. Started getting warm, taking advantage of the shade here, and also just I knew I needed to rest my legs and just take it easy for an afternoon and hopefully get a full day tomorrow. I was going to try to make it 2 more days until a hostel, but I'm going to make that 3 days. I'm going to lower the mileage each day and just try to start slow and build up. But just here at the camp area. This is an official campsite. that shows up on my app and everything, but it's just a piece of flat ground in the trees. All right, this is worth sharing. This is called the Keffer Oak, Keffer. They claim this is the largest oak, at least on the southern part of the AT. It was kind of vague, so maybe you want to check that out and share something in the comments, let me know. But I put my trekking poles there for a little comparison. This thing, they claim it's about 300 years old. That's a big old tree now. Big old tree. So there we go. Well, I told you nobody's out here, but me and the cows are out here this morning. It's going right past this pasture. Kind of interesting. See those piles of rocks? A pile of rock, especially along a trail, is called a cairn. C-A-I-R-N, I think, where it's just a pile of rocks and it marks the trail. But I came up here and there was like one or two. And I thought, it just looks like a pile of rubble. But then I've hit about 7 or 8 of them. The comments on my Facebook page, and it's called, this is Bruiser's Knob Cairns. And see, there's another one. And not the Facebook page, but the app that I use, it talked about that it was left by farmers, but then a lot of people said, no, this is Indian graveyard, which, look, there's more. There's more. Wow, look at this one. Huh. So, I don't know what all this is. Somebody do some research for me. Bruiser's Knob Cairns. All right, so we're making it through the day, coming to a pretty interesting thing. So I got 2 things to show you. First thing is this. Look, it's another hiker. This is Sunshine. He's from Florida. He started all the way down at Springer, and he is about to get off trail, actually. But the other thing I wanted to share with you is this is the Eastern Continental Divide. Now, what's interesting about this, and you can see the numbers here, on this side of the mountain, all the water from streams and whatnot goes into the James River and then ultimately into the Atlantic Ocean. Any water going this way makes its way to the Mississippi River and eventually into the Gulf. So whenever you're riding down the road and you see a Continental Divide, what that's doing is telling you that's a major point to where water one way is going into this major ocean, water this way is going to the other major ocean. So that's what you got right here.